For us gardeners, it's a really exciting time of year. It's the first real month of gardening. We're into March and everything starts to happen. The bulbs are coming up. You can start to see buds forming on the trees. People are going to start cutting their lawns. We're going to get outside. It's the start of a whole new season, which is really inspiring, really exciting, really uplifting. And you can start sowing seeds. They could be ornamentals, they could be vegetables, they could be whatever you want to sow, because now's the time of year to get those in. So first up, we're going to show you seed sowing. So when it comes to seed sowing, one of the most important things is to start off with a really good quality compost. So that's going to help your seeds germinate. It's going to help them to form a beautiful root system, and it's just going to help them to grow into those really, really healthy plants that you want. The second thing you need to think about is containers, and don't get hung up about buying expensive seed trays. Loads of things that you get left in your recycling box can be used for sowing seeds in. I've got some old fast food containers here. I've got some yogurt pots. I think this one had some little baby tomatoes in. This one was a great container. So you can just fill them up with compost like I've done this one here. Really, really easy, really straightforward. And just get your seed and just very gently sprinkle the seed over the top. These are Antirrhinum seeds or snapdragon. And these are seeds from last year. Now, some old seeds will germinate and some won't. But you know what? It doesn't matter, does it? If they germinate, it's a bonus. If they don't, it's only early March. Lots of time to get some fresh seed and actually sow fresh seed and get some results with that. But, give it a go. Nothing lost at the end of the day. Another thing you need to do, obviously, is once they're in, just check on the seed packets, because some seeds like to sit on top of the surface and some seeds need a light covering. So just check which is which. And when you've got the seeds in there, give them a nice little press down. That makes sure they make good contact with that wet compost. Finally, pop in a label so you know which seed is which, and then just wait for the magic to happen and look forward to all those beautiful, well, it could be bedding plants or it could be succulent tomatoes, whatever you want to grow. Just look forward to them this coming spring and summer. Now's a great time to buy your seed potatoes as well. And you don't actually think of these as seeds per se, do you? But these are actually what they call seed potatoes. And I'm chitting these. Basically what that means is, I've just got in an egg box, for example, you just put in the end that's got those little tiny eyes or shoots into that egg box. You're putting them somewhere bright and warm, and you're just encouraging those shoots to grow, which means when you plant them in the ground or in your tubs or containers, they're going to grow away much, much more quickly. And we're getting to the time of year now where soon we can plant our early potatoes straight into the ground. So yeah, really exciting times when it comes to growing your spuds. If you stored your dahlia tubers over winter like me, now's the time to get them into some pots of compost. Give them a nice drink. Don't keep them too wet. Put them on a nice bright warm windowsill. Get them started, and then you can plant them out once the risk of frost has gone. There's still time to get bare root plants in. I've got a beautiful bare root semi-dwarf apple tree here called Discovery. I've dug a nice hole for it. I'm just going to plonk it in the hole there, technical term. Just make sure the hole's the right depth so it gets planted to the depth it was before. I've added some compost to the soil that I'm going to pull in back around that root. So that's going to keep lots of moisture in around the root system. Pull all that soil back in like this. You can do it with a spade, but I'm just dragging that back into the hole. Get that around the plant like that. And then what I like to do is just give that a nice little tread in, press the soil down nicely, make sure you've got that really good contact with the soil. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put a little bit of bone meal around the top of this apple tree. Just sprinkle some around like that around the top. And I'm going to give that a little quick chip over to kind of make sure that gets nicely incorporated into the soil. Just smooth that round again a little bit more and give it a good drink. Make sure it's nice and straight. Give it a good drink, and there we go. That apple tree in 3 or 4 weeks time start to throw out some new growth. It might even flower this year. It's going to get the roots established. And it's going to be a really nice little fruit tree in the corner of this new bit of land we've got. So there you go, some early planting ideas for you. We've got some seeds that we sowed there. We've got the dahlia tubers we started off. We've got the seed potatoes, and we planted our bare root apple tree. Still just about time to plant bare root. And just think about getting out to the garden centres as well and getting some of that lovely spring bedding to freshen up your pots ready for spring and summer as well.